you know, Turtles owns monsters, and they own mutations. Like no one, I mean, anyone can have mutants and stuff in their show, but no one can have it like Turtles. So part of the pitch was just all about what does mutagen do? What are the dynamics of who they fight? Just in this absurd place. So like this image, which was really early, was like, hey look, anything can mutate. Animals, vegetables, minerals, you know, it's all covered. So yeah. And some of this stuff has made it actually into the show, but moving forward, another element of the boy kind of action aesthetic of the show was this whole kind of vendetta, bloodlust thing.
Are you okay in the front row?
Yeah, you can.
Let's make it happen. Kind of excited up here.
So we were just like, hey, you know, we love ninja movies. We love, like, part of the 80s was all about ninjas, and it's like that's such a huge driving factor of Ninja Turtles, and really putting that back into the show and not letting the other stuff kind of dilute that was a big thing that I was looking for. And that leads us to the last thing, which is kind of what really complicates it all.
He's gonna do this.
The sci-fi element. I mean, Ninja Turtles also has this cool thing where it's like Dimension X is there, man, and that opens up a whole nother world. So you have ninjas, you have sci-fi, and you got monsters. I mean, it's the best show in the world. What it was missing, and what I think some shows tried to do and other incarnations didn't, was this kind of the heart factor that Turtles had. And what I really was looking for was kind of the camaraderie of these guys, the brotherhood of these guys. And strange enough, we got Sean on the team, because like one of the big reference points early on was actually Goonies. And, we love Goonies. We talked about Stand By Me. We talked about just this idea of like four guys, almost like this brotherhood, and how they just kind of, they beat on each other, but they also love on each other super hard. And it's like, because it's like that's how they roll. I mean, it's Turtles. You know, they live underground. Three Stooges, there's a little bit of everything in there. But then the last thing that was missing was, you know, what was their conduit to the real world? If they had Shredder underground and that was kind of their liaison and that was what raised them and that's how they got their ninja skills, what did they have above ground? And we can't, you know, April was a huge part of the show. Early on. We talked a lot about what April meant to the guys and what all of them would have, like, in terms of a relationship with her and what would be unique about that. So, a lot of little April images. She's hot. Yeah. So this was really, really early on. I mean, this was like October 2009. We've been doing this for a long time, like almost 3 years.
So long and so fast.
I know. And then, so where this all ended up going, and I love Japanese 70s Sentai shows, so that's what this is about. Where we ended up going was, you know, you do a bunch of drawings, and then you go, okay, let's try and get some proof of concept going. Let's go ahead and make some footage. And, you know, I think we did a couple of different shorts, like, they all ran about a minute, so I'm going to show you one now. There's a lot. This was kind of an experiment, so bear that in mind. We tried to do funny and we tried to do action as much as possible, and we tried to see, you know, how dark could we go? How could we make it look like a comic? How weird could we get? So this is a test that we did over a year ago, I think. So
yeah.
You guys like it?
I know about it. They're going to control it in the booth.
Telling you, he looked human, but he was really a robot. And he had a freaky, weird alien brain thing in his chest. Why does anyone listen to me? I told you, but did any of you believe me? No! Because you all think I'm just some kind of bonehead.
How does he manage
manage to be right and still look stupid.
It's a gift.
Keeping in mind that was experimental animation, just a sneak peek of what we have coming down today. And also, you saw in there a little bit of the mix of the CG with the comic book and the anime vibe and feel, which Ciro's going to talk more about.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was a big fan, and I quickly take it and do as fast as I can just these doodles, and then pass those down to the rest of the design team, where it turns into something else. So this kind of speaks a little bit to the heritage of the comics and where we go beyond, but this is something like, these are just some rough detailed notes that I do. I don't know if you guys recognize this guy, it's Leatherhead. Leatherhead's awesome. I love Leatherhead. Sometimes I call him Leatherface by accident, but I get really busy. But the thing is, like, if you look at it, it's like I was really inspired by Kevin, obviously. I learned a lot about how I draw from him when I was like 10 years old. I also like Talbot. That's why there's so many bandages on everything, right? So there's Leatherhead. Then we have this guy. You may have never seen him look like this before. General Trag was in the cartoon eons ago. And we thought, hey, he's this guy from Dimension X. Why should he just be a little weird, lumpy boulder man? Let's kind of have fun with him. And we played with the idea of him being made of magma, and scale was a big thing that I'm really kind of enjoying in CG. So why not make him 17 feet tall and horrifying and vomit lava on people? So that's pretty fun. All right, so I do this. Basically, I have a team of really talented designers, and led by Renio, actually, who's probably here. Is he here? Renio? Mr. Maramba? My team's awesome. And then that gets past the... Renio takes these doodles. Sometimes I don't have these doodles. Him and his guys, they turn them. It's very difficult. They become almost architectural drawings. And then they go to another team led by Nadia, and there's a bunch of guys in there, and they all paint this stuff. And they do these concept paintings, which are amazing. It's Rat King. Wow! Just show. I mean, the thing about Rat King, I never really kind of Rat King's this guy that was in the comic and the cartoons, and like he's kind of like the Family Opera, but he lives in the sewers. But he's like roided out, and I never understood how he could keep his mass up living in the sewer without enough protein. So I thought this was kind of more appropriate. He's like a little bit more of a romantic kind of Shakespearean kind of like sad, sympathetic villain. But there's a lot of details to this kind of stuff. Here's just a very surfacey sneak peek, but we do stuff like wow, and then we do lighting studies, which is kind of more like that. And all this ends up becoming this sweet goulash, and then Dave and Deepak and all these guys end up sculpting and rigging all this stuff, and we end up with something as awesome as this. We got a great lighting team led by Senor Tobias. Can I play that again? Does that do it? No. Oh. Boo. Well, there he is. That's Metalhead. I think you guys realize. So the thing I tried to do was like, I think we all sat down and looked at every incarnation of Turtles and said, okay, both visually and story-wise, what was great, not just about the old comic, what was great about the OT series, what's great about 2K3, which was the last series, what was great about even just the toy presence of Turtles, what's great about the first movie, and it's just trying to make something that embodies all of it, but is still kind of fresh and new. So we've been having just so much fun, and I think I'm passing it to Rich for some more awesomeness.
But not before I give you a kiss. Oh, job well done, sir.
I get that. I'm hitting my time marks. That's fine.
Yeah, we're behind. Let's take some questions from Raphael in the original series.
Yes, I did. It was just after the invention of fire.
I think that's not your Raphael impression.
Handsome young man,
Yes, I did. I had the lovely and talented Kevin Eastman decided to give me a job 25 years ago. Wow. Yeah, so thank you very much for that, and thank you all of you for putting braces on my kids' teeth and building my house.
So what's the difference between then and now, and that character versus this new reinvented character?
that's a good question. The difference, the most sort of obvious difference is that at the beginning, the comic book and the success of it notwithstanding, none of us on the cast understood how big, obviously, this was going to be. So now, to be able to get another bite at this apple is an incredible gift. I can't even tell you how, I swear to God, when my agent called me and said, you got the job, I thought, are you sure? Are you sure? So looking at it from this perspective now and seeing how big it is, and I've done a number of shows that have premiered here at Comic-Con, but I have to say I've never done anything that has been so supported corporately, that has been so supported by, I'm not talking just Nickel, I'm talking about Viacom. You know, we had I gotta tell you, we had the CEO of Viacom, Mr. Domon, came to our recording session, and he was dancing to the theme song.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I love this song.
That's really cool. Okay, and the one other abiding thing that I really appreciate about this that's different is that my normal hair color of brown didn't go as well as gray goes with purple.
Nice.
So I appreciate that. Thanks for
Give us
that.
a quick Donnie line.
Sorry?
Give us a quick Donnie line.
A quick Donnie line. Let's see, a quick Donnie line would be like, Leonardo, you are as dumb as a box of rocks.
Thank you, sir.
But he's also more handsome.
Thank you. Rob Paulson. So, Gregory Sipes, you have been quoted as someone saying that you grew up on turtles. I'm not sure if that means you actually you grew up with a family of turtles, or you actually grew up watching turtles. Please explain.
Well, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was my favorite show growing up. And the Turtles taught me how to meditate. They got me into martial arts. So it's made absolutely who I am today. And my best friend was a turtle named Spike, actually, growing up. But I would just rush home every day to watch reruns or catch a new episode as a kid and just glue myself to the screen. So really, I'm a product of the Turtles, truly. And it's such an honor to offer to this new generation and to bring it back to the core family that grew up on it too. Who's that? That's what's up.
Give us your best Booyakasha.
Booyakasha!
Nice. Thank you, sir. Jason, as a newcomer to the animated world of animated series.
Yes.
And voiceover, what has been your experience working with this radical bunch of dudes?
And ladies. It's been amazing, I have to say. I'm pretty much a neophyte in this world, and you're welcome for the use of neophyte. And you know, yeah, you can be arrested for being one of those. There's a couple neophytes on this panel, actually. And, you know, working with these guys who are all veterans and all incredible. I mean, Rob, you know, as evidenced, I mean, he's 110 years old and he's playing a teenager, you know, teenage turtle.
My next birthday.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. He's going on it. And, but these guys are so incredibly talented, and I was really nervous coming into the process because, like I said, I was pretty new to it, and just the chemistry that we all had together, when we record together as a group, it's just so much fun, and you know, now I see the casting and everyone at Nickelodeon and Ciro and all the execs, they really did an amazing job of finding, I think, the right voices to complement each other. You know, now having seen the footage and seeing the turtles interact with each other, it all like kind of makes sense. You know, it's like, oh wow, that really works. It's like, oh wow. But it's been a great experience. I'm having the time of my life, and as a fan of the original franchise and comic books, this has been kind of a dream come true. So. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. I think we'll have you come back and do some more. Kevin, way down at the end. Here we go. As a kid, you grew up playing the Turtle games, correct? Now, did you ever envision yourself as being the ultimate foe? And when did you ever turn so evil?
When did I ever turn so who?
Evil.
Oh. You mean as a person or as a character?
I think as a person first.
No. That's just
This dude's a
guy.
walking heart.
That's a guy I play. Yeah, but Remember, hey, all right. White power. Just kidding. I take that back. So I was walking around New York at the time. I had a girlfriend back east, and there was a convenience store near a block on the Upper West Side, and they had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles machine that they had to put quarters in and play. And I was in my 20s, and for some reason I had to play that game every day. I just had to stop there and play this game. So here I am, this big chocolate man. You going to buy something?
Buy something?
And I was addicted to it. So to sit here with this incredibly talented group of people and to work on the cartoon and to play Shredder, I could not find the words to tell you. I mean, there's no way that I had ever imagined in my life that I would be sitting here with these guys today. So it's just really, really something, I have to say.
And just for me, will you say, I want them all wiped out?
I want them all wiped out.
Seriously, we were looking for the Shredder voice, and when we heard Kevin, it was just like chills went up and down everyone's spine. We're like, it scared me. We gotta cast him. I'm not gonna sing it out loud. Okay. So let's move on to May. You played a lot of strong characters, May. Katara in Avatar. And that's all I'm going to mention here, because that's it for us. What do you find the most exciting about April? And obviously, she's not your average teenage girl.
Right. Yes, obviously she is not your average teenage girl. I have to say, playing April is incredible. I mean, she's so smart, and I feel like it's so important to have these girl characters, that are strong and smart and funny. I mean, one thing that's so amazing about this show to me is how funny it is, and how incredibly it works so well because we all love each other so much, and I feel like it all comes out. I mean, look at this guy. Look at these people that I get to sit here with. I mean, these are some of the most talented individuals, and it really, makes my energy come out and my light come out whenever I get to play her, because, I love them and she loves the Turtles. I mean, they're her brothers. So, it's really cool. I mean, it's the coolest thing ever, and I still feel like a little starstruck to actually be able to say I'm April O'Neil. So, and I also want to say I love your enthusiasm. I mean, this guy, this is what you want. This is what you want in a fan. So thank you.
Paid him a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, and April really is the fifth turtle. She's an extension of the guy. So it's an amazing job. So thank you. Sean, you are the toughest, most impatient. I'm talking about you. But your character is kind of the same too. So how do you explain, Raphael's inner thoughts, his personality, and how are you loving this role?
Yeah, explain Raphael to me.
It's a real kiss.
No, I was just thinking, I remember getting the part and calling Corey Feldman and being like, Corey, are you cool with the fact that I'm doing Rob? Yeah. Right? We did
the point there is he has Corey Feldman's phone number, I think, is what he was trying to say.
Just so you know.
We get it. You're friends with Corey Feldman. Okay.
I told him, I said, Sean, you gotta stop dropping names. Bob De Niro told me that.
The truth is, Rob is the historical memory of the show, and it's this just repository of good feelings. So every time I sort of don't know what to do, I look and whisper and say, okay, what am I supposed to do again? Okay, cool, yeah, I'll make sure it looks like my idea this time. That's true. So, you know what? I've been doing another character on another show who's for little kids. So special agent so it's all part of the plan, huh? Right? And then I got to come in, they said Ninja Turtles, and I was like, whoa. So now instead of having to go like this, I go like like, dude, come on, you know. So, I love it. I love fighting. I love like animated action is really cool. You know, your voice at the end of a session feels like somebody put like battery acid through it, but it's cool, you know. This one right here, I mean, you can already hear it with the Booyaka shot, but we sit in the sessions, and it's like unprofessional because we're laughing so hard that it's messing up the take, and they're like, and you can tell the more crazy he gets, and funny he gets, and over the top, and like wild, they start writing to it more and more and more, and you just think it's just fun. It's fun to be able to do it, and you do these shows. We do Mondays or something like that. We drive out to Burbank, whatever, and it's never a bummer. It's never a bummer. You're like, cool, I'm going to do Turtles today. It's like, so I love it. And to me, you talked about Goonies being, Ciro, you talked about Goonies being an emotional feeling that was surrounding it. To me, the Hobbits, there's 4 Hobbits, and there's 4 Turtles. It's cool to come back to Comic-Con with a fearsome group of warriors. And
well, that's right, you were in that little Ring movie.
Right.
Play nice, kids. This is what it's like being in the record booth with these guys.
By the way, I think now's as good a time as any to admit that I've actually been slipping some battery acid in your water bottle. So that may... anyway, let's just get it all out there. I just wanna... We good now? We good? Okay, cool.
By the way, just in listening to these guys as a rambunctious bunch, I do want to give a shout out to Andrea Romano because she's the voice director. She does an amazing job wrangling these guys.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she'll be.
Yeah, she's doing the Legend of Korra panel, right?
Yes.
Who's this? Oh
After
my God.
this, run with me.
Do they know? Does everybody know who she is? Everybody knows she's.
Andrea. Yeah, she's directing our show. She directed Batman, the animated series, Superman, Freakazoid, Kung Fu Panda,
Teen Titans,
SpongeBob,
El Tigre, just to keep doing the big shows.
Pinky in the Brain. Yeah.
And she's so, when you're acting these things and you're looking through the glass at the engineers and she's there, you're kind of hanging on everything because you almost, for me, I kind of lose sense of space and time. You're looking at the words and you're doing a thing and she's just every second just right on it, sharp and smart and knows how to internalize what what Ciro wants and those guys and yet feels our energy and lets us do what we want at the same time. The lady is awesome.
And she swam 90 laps this morning at the pool.
Did she really?
Yeah, I was like, oh wow.
She's a true ninja.
Yeah.
How weird you were there. Anyway, Moon Lee.
Listen, man. This kid, he knows how to work at Rex. For God's sake, he's a kid,
Hoon. So your training, your formal training is on stage. So how do you bring that presence to the record booth? What's the biggest challenge for you? Listen to that.
I guess the thing that the thing about any sort of acting endeavor, the most important aspect is bringing your imagination to it, being able to bring your imagination to it. And what I actually love about this work is that it's such a focused way to do that. Like, you have to try to envision everything, you have to try to focus everything into your voice and into your inflection and all of these things. And the challenge of that is phenomenal, but TV in general, as opposed to stage work, you aren't as aware of what the final product will be. So it involves a huge amount of trust. You have to trust the team around you. You have to trust your coworkers and your fellow actors, your producers, your directors, that they are going to see you through that. And that's where the insecurity can be born. But in a situation like this, it's where the reward is as well, where you feel absolutely supported and you feel absolutely, safely in hand with your entire team, and that's really special. That's a real gift in any endeavor. So wait till initiation. Wait till initiation. You're very close to me.
Can I just say also, now, that Kevin Michael Richardson and Hoon Lee, that's how they speak in real life. Those are their set of pipes, right? We're on a serious fault line in Burbank.
Yeah.
And when those guys start yelling, you can feel the room just go like this.
But
incredible.
Rob is a perfect example of that kind of support. He's just, he's a legend in the industry, and he was the first person to come out and say hello. I mean, despite his advanced years, he's so coherent.
Hoon is really very kind. What I was doing is I said, young man, could you help me find my car? But thank you, Hoon, for spinning it in my direction. Thank you.
And it was a horse, not a car. those 4 or 5 tries, you got on that horse, right?
I do what I can. I'm telling
All right. Thanks. You can hear it in Boon's voice. He's just so calm, so peaceful, so zen-like. It's
perfect.
When he came into the room again, it was another one of those things of just like, you know, I will go over here, and we're like, yes, sir, you will. You know, he's got it down. You will sit. Okay, I will sit. So thank you. You want to see a clip? You guys want to see these guys in action? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Michelangelo is on the move. You don't know what to do. I'm here, I'm there. I could be anywhere. How do you stop what you can't even see?
Like that?
Good one, Leo.
All right, Donnie. Put down the staff, and no one gets hurt.
You said that last time, Raph, and then you hurt me.
Yeah, but less than I would have.
Yeah, right. Should have dropped the staff?
Should have dropped the staff.
Okay, ow! I'm down! Onegai shimasu.
Whatever you say.
Yame!
You all did very well.
But I did better.
This is about self-improvement, Raphael. It is not about winning and losing.
I know, Sensei. But I won and they lost. But what's really important is that we all did our best. Good job, everyone!
Who is that? Who ordered a pizza?
Oh, wait a minute. It's Captain Eastman! The OG. There's no real pizza today.
The man.
Hey, so Kevin, yeah.
So to say one thing, I love being a turtle!
That's funny. Kevin Eastman, my new travel partner. So, what do you want to do? You want to show the main title?
Oh! Yeah. I'm gonna go down there so I can see it better.
You want to go down there and check it out? All right. Are we really doing this? Yeah, let's do it. Do you guys want it? No, we haven't shown this to anybody. We haven't played it for anybody. So, we did the revised main title. We wanted to upgrade it a little bit to make it fresh and new, just like the series. And we turned it inside out, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. So, do you want to do it, Ciro? All right, let's show it.
Shot Pizza King, can't stop these radical dudes. The secret of the ooze and the chosen few. Emerge from the shadows to make their move. The good guys win and the bad guys lose.
just want to say that it's beyond incredible to be standing here 30 years after I drew the first turtle, and sharing this experience with you guys, with this awesome group of people, awesome group of voice talent. Ciro Nieli, I love this man. Yeah! I hope you enjoy the show as much as I do. It's spectacular, it's fantastic. I'm just so excited about it. I got goosebumps right now, and I know you're going to love it, so enjoy. Thank you.
Thanks for dropping by, Kevin. Don't hurt yourself. We need you. All right, so I think